And today we're also hearing from some of the Bush children for the first time since a patriarch of the political family passed away.
WBZ's Lisa Gresci is here now in the studio, and she has that story. Lisa?
Ken, Katie, the funeral plans are set for President George Herbert Walker Bush. The 41st President of the United States will be brought to Washington, D.C. before he's laid to rest in Texas. From here in New England to Texas, people are getting ready to say goodbye. As the Bush family prepares to lay the beloved father, grandfather, and war hero to rest, his son Neil is finding comfort in knowing his father lived his life exactly the way he wanted to.
I'm not mourning, I'm celebrating a life so beautifully well lived. It was a blessing that he did it on his own terms. He was gracious in everything he did in his life, including passing away. The
41st president will lie in state at the United States Capitol this week, followed by a memorial service at the National Cathedral. His funeral will be at St. Martin's Episcopal Church in Houston, before he's laid to rest at the George H.W. Bush Presidential Library, next to his wife, Barbara.
President Bush was one of the kindest people I ever knew. You just saw that in so many different ways, the way that they related to people. I will miss that very much.
While the services are split between Washington and Texas, the Bush family spent a lot of time at their Kennebunkport, Maine estate, many there sharing fond memories of the late president.
All of them have to do with how gracious and how kind he is to everybody, how inclusive he was.
The highlight of my life. He was an exceptional man.
The town at peace, believing the man they got to know and love won't be alone.
It was so sad to feel that this is an era that has ended. President Bush was just such an amazing man. And yet there's a sense of peace of knowing that he and Barbara are together again, and with Robin, and just that it was time for him.
Many familiar faces from Maine will travel to Washington, D.C. for the services. With them, a book of condolences for the Bush family, as they will never forget the humble, gracious president they were lucky to share a piece of home with. Katie?